Hi guys, it's Craig here. Going to do a short update for you right now, so please stay tuned. And I also want to talk a little bit about the video I recently posted on UFOs and all that stuff. But first, the update. I'm going to be live on actually today, Tuesday, the 23rd, on Spectrum Radio Network. And this is a live interview I'm going to be doing. It's at 10:55 p.m. Eastern, 7:55 p.m. Pacific, and this is live on the internet. I'm going to put the website at the bottom of the screen, and I'm also going to put it in the, more info section down below. Okay, so you'll go to that website. You can click on the where will it be on your screen? Over here, probably. Upcoming shows, and you'll see me and my beer and my little thing they wrote about me. And it's the interview is basically just going to be about beer, my YouTube channel, home brewing, CraigTube, just that kind of thing. I'm going to be being interviewed by Scott Jordan and Tom Theophanis, and it's going to be live. Which is a little weird for me, but well, And I'm not sure. We may take some calls. I haven't confirmed that yet, but definitely tune in and listen to me try to do a live talk show thing. Again, SpectrumRadioNetwork.com. Click on the Listen Live button at 7:55 Eastern, 7:55 Pacific. 11:55 Eastern. Yeah, I'm nervous. Okay, so and this will be Tuesday, which is today for most of you. And if you do miss that show, it will be archived on the Spectrum Radio Network website, so you'll be able to listen to it. It's just audio. There's no video there. So I'm coming prepared with my new microphone and everything, which I'll be talking about in another video and doing a review on it. And it should be fun. So please listen and send me messages on YouTube. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you thought. If we do a phone-in portion, you're welcome to call in. And this may actually even lead to something I've been planning for a while, which is me doing my own phone-in online talk show, where I can, say, once a week host a talk show about home brewing, and you guys can ask your questions. You can phone in and ask questions in person. And I can stream it live on Stickam or something like that. So I'll be able to watch it live. You'll be able to phone, just like a regular radio show. And you'll be able to listen to it as well. So it will be that's something that's coming up, I hope, in the near future. The Spectrum Radio Network is hosted by BBS Radio, channel number 2. I don't know. I may talk to the BBS Radio people and see if I can sneak in a talk show of my own. And it'll be a phone-in thing. And, I'm finding that I'm proud to announce that at this moment I have over 6,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. And the only thing about that is that the messages that come in are getting more and more and more and more. And I absolutely do not want to cut off answering messages. So I'm looking into ways of maybe a forum or something where all of us guys can get in there, guys and gals, brewers, home brewers, can get in there and participate in there's forums out there, but they're huge and you don't know where to go. Just a small forum, a CraigTube forum, let's say, where all of my viewers and friends can go in and chat or send messages back and forth and answer each other's questions, so that if I don't get around to answering your question, somebody else will. And that's the way I want to do it, because we don't want to. I definitely don't want to fail on the answering of questions. That's one of the most important parts of my YouTube channel, is helping people. Okay, so the radio show and the forum, the two things I'm looking at. We might do either one, might do both. We'll see how this pans out. Secondly, regarding the, I posted a video yesterday, and again, if you, this is dated, this video, obviously. If you missed all these things, then, you can go back and watch them. And if you missed the interview with me on the radio show, you can go back to SpectrumRadioNetwork.com and listen to that as well. It'll be there. Okay, so not to worry. But the interview I did with Tom Theophanis on UFOs, I expect there will be some controversial comments because it's a controversial subject. And it's something that, I can't talk about UFOs because I don't really know anything about them. So I thought I would get somebody on who has been doing research for a very long time. And it's touchy because, well, there's lots of things involved. There's fear involved. Some people are afraid of this kind of thing. I mean, I posted a video on YouTube 3 years ago of this audio animatronics robot moving around, singing and doing all this stuff. And it's a mechanical machine that Walt Disney engineer or Imagineer, what do they call those guys? Imagineers. The Walt Disney Imagineering people came up with a technology called audio animatronics, and it's developed over the years. And now they've got these things that look like humans, but the skin is transparent, so you can see all the machinery inside, and they're moving and talking. And some people get frightened by that. I'm quite surprised, actually. Some of the comments on that video are that people are freaked out by it. So you can imagine how people might feel about the possibility of us being visited by, aliens or whatever. Now, listen, it's just a discussion. Nowhere in that video well, I don't really say much because I don't know anything about it, but nowhere in the video does Tom really say that we're being visited by aliens. All he says, the only fact that he comes out with, and it is a fact, is that there are unidentified flying objects being spotted everywhere. And they have been for many years, but it's been increasing over the past few years. That's a fact. Okay? So investigations are, ongoing as to who owns these, who's flying them, where they're from. And, there's only two possibilities, really. One is that there are aliens visiting us from other worlds, and that's what we're seeing. Okay? Or your government is testing vehicles or flying these things around the planet, and they're not telling you about it. So what other possibility is there? I mean, these things have been seen, they've been researched, they've been studied, they've been photographed. There's been enough evidence to conclusively say that there are objects in the sky that us as a general public cannot identify. The government claims they can't identify them. Okay? And that's about as far as we can go because if the government doesn't tell us what they are, then what do we do? If they say they don't know what they are, then what do we do? Well, now they're telling us that they do know what they are. Okay? So your government is now allowing former military personnel to come forward and announce the presence of these unidentified spacecraft, or whatever you want to call them. Okay? So don't, it's your government that's doing this. It's them that have kept it under wraps for so long, or not, at least not made any effort to bring it forth into the public. And it's them that is now telling you this is what's happening. Okay, so somebody's, I don't know, somebody's hiding something, somebody's lying, or are they lying? Are they really, do they really feel we need to know now that we're being visited by people or by beings of some sort? One of the people even said, and this was a press conference that was mainstream media. You know, national television. One of the fellows said that he believes that they're not here to harm us. Well, what does that tell you? These people believe that we are being visited by alien spacecraft. Okay, so I don't want you to get too upset about the video that I put up, because the interview I made, because I wouldn't have done it if this information wasn't already out there. And you must, if you've been under a rock for a while, if you don't know already that this disclosure thing is happening. Why? We don't know. Is it really happening? Are there really things visiting us? Or are we being told that this is the case so that there can be measures put in place for future security? I don't know the answers to these questions. This is what we pondered and explored in the conversation that Tom and I had. And this is what he basically told us all. And the only other fact that he gave us, that he claimed was a fact, is that there are people claiming that they have been abducted by aliens and taken aboard ships and have stuff done to them. That doesn't mean that that's been happening. It just means that there are people claiming to have these experiences. And there is some physical evidence of something going on that we can't explain. Those are the only two things that Tom claimed that were facts, and they are facts. There are unidentified things flying around, and there are people that are having these experiences, whether they're hallucinatory experiences, if that's a word, or whether they're real. That's why we're investigating them, because we're trying to figure it out. So if you haven't watched that video yet, or if you have watched it, please don't take it to heart. We're trying to figure all this stuff out. He's trying to figure it out. People are trying to figure this stuff out as we speak, and we still don't have a definitive answer, and we don't claim to. Okay, so it's interesting to talk about this kind of thing, to bring it to people's attention that, there are things going on that we have yet to explain. And those are facts. And you can't deny that. My good friend PEI home brewer said something about a ham sandwich, an invisible ham sandwich. If I say I have an invisible ham sandwich in the closet that cures all diseases, then it's true until you prove that it's not. And I completely agree with that. Absolutely. I mean, but there's a difference between that and what we're finding, because we're finding evidence to there being unidentified flying objects, and we're being presented with evidence from our military guys that we're being visited. Okay, so we're starting to we're on the path of research and discovery. The ham sandwich thing, there's no evidence there's an invisible ham sandwich in a closet that cures all diseases. So forget about it, all right? But it's not as though there's no evidence to the stuff that we talked about in that video. Any of it. And that's the difference. So that's why I don't want you to think that I'm going to get into conspiracy theories on my channel. I'm not. I will not, and I'm not going to talk about those kinds of things because there's no evidence. I mean, well, there shouldn't say there's evidence, but there's no conclusive proof of anything. And conspiracy theories, all this kind of stuff in 2012, whatever. I mean, we can sit and talk about it and conjecture, but we don't know. Okay, and that's the attitude that I have, and that's the attitude that Tom has. And I think he made it very clear in that interview. And so I hope the interview was interesting. I know it was long. What are you going to do? You can talk about something like that. You can't do it in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever. So it was something that, if you don't have time to watch it, that's fine. And so, I hope to do more Craig Talk videos where I get somebody on who knows, about stuff. But I still want to do my own Craig Talk videos where I just talk and we imagine things and we come up with ideas and just dream about stuff. And that's the fun part, I think, is that is just to try and we may never know the answers to all these questions, time travel and dimensions and all this. We may never know. The only thing we can do is we can try to you know, guess and speculate, you know, and at least we have some idea from information that we've gathered as to what might be going on in our universe, whether it be down here on Earth or whether it be anywhere. Okay, I mean, I've never seen a black hole, but evidence shows that they exist. Okay, very strong evidence, actually, almost conclusive evidence, proof almost, that they do exist. But we've never seen one because, well, they're black, they're invisible. You know, it's the invisible ham sandwich, but there's evidence that it's there, and that's what's the difference between telling somebody something that's just totally outrageous and without proof, or telling somebody something and saying, well, you know, there's some evidence that suggests that this might be the case. Okay, so anyway, don't take it seriously. Have fun with it. It's just food for thought. That's all. And that's it. Okay, I'm going back to my wine. This is the... remember I did that strawberry margarita wine, the Wine Expert kit? This is their other flavor. Damn if I can remember the name of it. It's a weird name, but it'll be on their web. It's the green one. It's supposed to be green. It's actually kind of green, but it doesn't look that green on camera. But I'll put the name on the bottom of the screen. I'll go over and look at the box and see. It's kind of a tropical. It's very good. I was going to do a taste test on it because I've already drank half of it. So, but it's it's kind of it's a slight mint flavor. It's got a little bit of a little bit of like a lemonade kind of, or a lime flavor to it. And it's a little bit, the mouthfeel, it's a bit of a thicker consistency. A little bit of a spice to it. It's very good. I like it a lot. Most of the people that I've let taste it are like, really good. But there's been a couple of people who have said, ooh, I don't like that. So it depends on what you're looking for. And I wouldn't hesitate to try this if you're looking at trying it in one of the Wine Expert kits. Certainly it's not a table wine, right? Like a red or a white wine. But it is a summery thing. And you know what? If you make it and you don't like it, which I doubt, I think you will like it. But if you have problems, you can do things with it. You can make slushies out of it and put lots of ice in it and everything. I think it's just as good as the strawberry margarita one. But they're sweet, and not everybody likes sweet wine. So, I like it. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for me wasting another several minutes of your time. Please check out my live interview. Again, there's the stuff. And I'll do my best to give out accurate information. And if we take calls, please phone in and ask questions. Thanks, guys. Have fun. Take care. See ya.